Hello everyone, welcome to the distance learning course. My name is Jumabayeva Adolet Sabirovna. I am an English teacher at Urgench State University. Today I am going to talk about an APA style abstract. So the topic of this session is how to write an APA style abstract. First of all, we should know what is abstract. An abstract comprises a one-paragraph summary of the full paper. An abstract is a concise single-paragraph summary of completed work or work in progress. In a minute or less, a reader can learn the rationale behind the study, general approach to the problem, pertinent results, and important conclusions or new questions. Abstracts have become increasingly important as electronic publication databases are the primary means of finding research reports in a certain subject area today. So, everything relevant to potential readers should be in the abstract, everything else not. There are two types of abstract. The first one, an informative abstract. An informative abstract extracts everything relevant from the paper, such as primary research objectives addressed, methods employed in solving the problems, results obtained, and conclusions drawn. Such abstracts may serve as a highly aggregated substitute for the full paper. The next one, an indicative or descriptive abstract. This abstract rather describes the content of the paper and may thus serve as an outline of what is presented in the paper. This kind of abstract cannot serve as a substitute for the full text. The next thing which we should know, it is APA style. What is APA? APA stands for American Psychological Association. APA style is a standard set of conversations, rules for formatting. It contains detailed instructions for in-text citation references, references list, pagination, margin, subheadings, running headings, and others. Why is an abstract important in APA style? While sometimes it's overlooked or only an afterthought, an abstract is an important part of any academic or professional paper. The brief overview serves as a summary of what your paper contains, so it should succinctly and accurately represent what your paper is about, what the reader can expect to find. Fortunately, by following a few simple guidelines, you can create an abstract that generates interest in your work and help reader quickly learn if the paper will be of interest to them. The basics of an APA style abstract. The abstract is the second page of a research paper and should immediately follow the title page. The purpose of an abstract is to provide a brief yet thorough overview of the paper. The APA publication manual states that the abstract is the single most important paragraph in your entire paper. An abstract is the first thing that most people read, and it is usually what informs their decision to read the rest of your paper. A good abstract lets the reader know that your paper is worth reading. According to the official guidelines of the American Psychological Association, a good abstract should be brief but packed with information. Each sentence must be written with maximum impact in mind. To keep your abstract short, focus on including just 4 or 5 of the essential points, concepts, or findings. Objective and accurate. The abstract's purpose is to report rather than provide commentary. It should also accurately reflect what your paper is about. Only include information that is also included in the body of your paper. How to write an abstract? First, write your paper. While the abstract will be at the beginning of your paper, it should be the last section of your writing. Once you have completed the final draft of your paper, Use it as a guide for writing your abstract. Center the word abstract at the top of the page. Begin your abstract on a new page and place your running heat and page number 2 in the top right-hand corner. You should also center the word abstract at the top of the page. The word comes below the page header as the first line of normal text. The first letter of the word is capitalized, but the rest of the word is in lowercase. Don't bold, italicize, or underline the word, and don't use quotation mark. The word should stand alone and in normal font. Make sure you have a page header. The page header, also known as a running head, should be included at the top of every page. A shortened version of your paper title should be aligned to the top left of the page. The character count should not exceed 50 characters, including spaces and punctuation. Every letter in the page header should be capitalized. The page number should appear in the top right of the page. Use standard font. Unless your instructor states otherwise, you should use 12-point Times New Roman font. Some professors will also accept Arial font in 10-point or 12-point, but you should check with your professor before deciding to choose it. Double space the text. All the text on your abstract should be double spaced. Double spaced means that lines of the text are separated by a blank line. Aside from the abstract, the entire paper should also be double spaced. Keep it short. A standard APA abstract is 150 to 250 words long and contained in a single paragraph. Include keywords below the abstract text. If requested, please place a list of keywords on your abstract page on the line immediately following the actual text of your abstract. Intend as though starting a new paragraph. Type the word keywords in italics, capitalize the letter K, and follow it with a colon. In normal, non-italicized font, follow the colon with 3 to 4 keywords describing the paper. These words should each appear in the text of the abstract. Separate them with comma. How to write a good abstract? Write your abstract last. Since your abstract is a summary of your paper's content, you should write it once the content of your paper are finalized. To reflect the fact that it is a summary, your abstract should use present tense when referring to result and conclusions, and past tense when referring to method and measurement taking. Don't use future tense. Reread your essay before writing the abstract to refresh your memory. Pay close attention to the purpose, methods, scope, results, conclusions, and recommendations mentioned in your paper. Write a raw draft of your abstract without looking directly at your paper. This will help you to summarize without copying key sentences from your paper. Know which type of abstract you need to write. An abstract can either be informational or descriptive. Ask yourself questions about your paper. In order to write an informative abstract, you should ask yourself various questions about the purpose and result of your work. For instance, ask yourself why you did the study, what you did, how you did it, what you found, and what those findings signify. If your paper is about a new method, ask yourself what the advantages of the new methods are and how well it works. Only include details used in your paper. The abstract exists to summarize your paper, so including information in the abstract not used in the paper is a little like false advertising. Even if the information is closely tied to information used in the paper, it doesn't belong to the abstract. Let the abstract stand alone. The abstract should be dense and phrased in a way that allows it to be read alone. Don't rephrase or repeat the title, since the abstract is almost always read along with the title. The abstract should be complete on its own, since it is often read without the rest of the paper. Don't comment on your findings. Report on your findings rather than commenting on them. You can and should state your findings, but don't attempt to justify them. The paper itself should be used to justify your findings and provide additional supports, not the abstract. Avoid using the first person. Don't use I or we. Instead, opt for neutral third person words like it, they, he or she, and one. You should also stick with active verbs more often than passive verbs. Avoid abbreviations. While abbreviations and acronyms may appear in the text of the paper, they shouldn't appear in the abstract. Also, avoid trade names and symbols. That's all for this section, so I will be appreciate if you like my lesson. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye. See you the next time. Thank you.